I came across this quote from a Walt Disney film, I'm sure it's Cinderella, and I think that's a pretty innocent sort of piece of thing. But just listen to what he says here. Who's to say the rules must stay the same forevermore? Whoever made them had to change the rules that came before. So make your own story, show the beauty within. When you follow your heart, there's no heart you can't win. Is that good advice? It's terrible advice. That's actually exactly wrong. There are certain rules which must stay the same. They're the rules which God has given us. Now, if they're the rules of men, those can change. But the rules of God don't change. And you don't change the rules of God to try and fit in with what your heart wants to say. If you do that, you're in big trouble. And that's why we're in big trouble today in this society, because that's exactly what we're doing. Trying to follow what's in our heart and say that what's in our heart, what I feel like, what I want for myself is right. Therefore, I can go against the rules of God, the commandments of God. Show the beauty within, follow your heart. Is your heart good, and are you basically good? That's what humanism really wants to tell you. The problem is not outside, it's inside. That we are actually good people, but we're messed up by a bad society. That's not true. The problem actually is within us. Jeremiah chapter 17 says, the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked, who can know it? That's the problem of the heart. Paul wrote in Romans chapter 7, I know that in me, that is in my flesh, nothing good dwells. But the will is present within me, but how to perform what is good I do not find. And our passage we've read from Matthew, those things which proceed out of the mouth come from the heart. They are what defile a man. Out of the heart proceed evil thoughts, murders, adulteries, fornications, thefts, false witness, blasphemies. These are the things which defile a man. To eat with unwashed hands does not defile a man. God's rules don't change. You can question who made the rules if it's a human person, but you can't question God's rules. They don't change. The Bible says that God has given us rules which don't change, which are for our good, and we don't have the right to change them. So if we want to change God's rules in order to follow our heart, we're actually in trouble.